Live and in person here from Epping, New Hampshire, home of three of New Hampshire's governors. Say hello to our friend here, Agnes, the Angry Chicken Mug, and this is the special edition of the Angry Chicken Mug Talk being done on FFN Network tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And we have got a problem. Everybody talks about systemic this and systemic that. How about somebody finally talking about what really the problem is here in America? Systemic stupidity front at the hands of the educational system that are teaching children to teach their families to accept that there apparently is no consequences for not getting it right. No consequences for no drive to think for yourselves and to have a brain, to listen, to pay attention, and to do a good job. But reach out and touch someone with a $15 an hour pay request. So now the general public is forced to pay much higher prices for a bottle of soda, a sandwich, a this, a that, or whatever else, because kids who can't think straight for themselves, who have no incentive to learn and to do or to act properly and to do a right job, to do a good job, no incentive at all, and get paid $15 an hour for it. Enter the situation that we have here. And here in the town of Epping, New Hampshire, we've been growing by leaps and bounds. A lot of things have been happening, and things we got Starbucks. We got, of course, Dunkin's that are there. We've got gas stations all over the place, tire places, paint places. How many paint places we got going on in here? And, of course, when it comes all the rest of the things, they got some very nice restaurants that are here. And, of course, they have the fast food places, not to mention the place that opens up, of course, the Jersey Mike's. Now, the Jersey Mike's has just opened up here down on Route 125 in Epping, New Hampshire, opposite from the area near where the Walmart and the Lowe's is, and TD Bank and whatnot, right next to where there's other things like a McDonald's, and there are other little fast food places that are there and so forth. But they opened up, and it took them quite a while to get open. It opened up later than what it was expected because apparently they were having some problems finding help. And they finally found enough help to get the place opened up, and they just didn't take enough time, maybe training people or teaching people or whatever. I think what they've done was they took and got as many people in as quickly as they can, and of course it's what they say mushroom method management. Keep them in the dark, feed them all a lot of shit, and when they're ripe, pick them and get somebody else inside there. So what's going on over? What's happened? What's the cause of my angst? Well, finally, I decided. I saw that they opened up, and my wife and myself had been wanting to go ahead because she enjoys the Jersey Mike's. I'm not so big on it or whatever else. She enjoys it, so I said, okay, fine. You know what? It's a Friday night. Rather than spending time inside in the kitchen cooking, because I've been doing an awful lot of cooking lately. So I'll order something out. She's been working diligently on something, putting more than her ordinary amount of hours trying to get something taken care of. So I figured, what the heck? We'll be able to sit down, have this, share some time together, have a meal, look, so she can remember what I look like, because I've been doing everything else but. Well, so I picked up the telephone. I asked her. She looked up online what they had for things, and they had a 2-for-1, buy one get one, BOGO, BOGO. I can do a buy one and get out. Well, we ordered something. We each wanted the same number 17. My wife wanted something. I got the slip actually here. You can see it or not. You see that? And number 17, she didn't want peppers in it. So I ordered number 17 without peppers. And I ordered a number 17. I have a terrible, terrible allergy with mushrooms. So I want to make sure there's no mushrooms inside it. Okay, fine. So again, I'm ordered these two things. I want them for the bowl. Yeah, absolutely fine. Yep. And I wanted it's the 2 for 1. Yeah, okay, fine, sure. I must have mentioned it in the phone call, probably maybe 4 or 5 times at least. At least. A key thing here. Here's a slip where they wrote a number 17, no peppers, a number 17, and the name Jeff, and the time 5:40 p.m. I said about 15 minutes or so to pick it up. Well, I had to take and get some food inside my dog's bowl, whatnot, get her fed, kiss my wife, and off we go. Got in the car, drove all the way down the other 2 stops down the highway. I drove down the back road, but that's where it is. 2 stops on the highway. And I got inside and I parked. And I even took a little photograph of myself. I don't have it here in front of me, unfortunately. And out in front of a little selfie out there. Hey, Jersey Mike's, whatever. Thinking that when I got all of this, I'd write something very nice on the internet about this and whatnot. And went in. There were maybe 3 other people inside the store. There weren't that many people that were there at all. And I kind of felt bad about that. If something like that opens up, you would expect. But, well, it's a Friday night, and the time it was. Got in to pick it up. And I went up to the counter, and the young lady said, "Can I help you?" I said, "Yeah, I've got an order for Jeff." I said, "I did one of the BOGO 2 for 1 special sandwich things or whatever else." She said, "Okay, fine." And she reached over, and there were a number of bags that were set up waiting for takeout orders. People would come and pick them up. And sure enough, she grabbed mine, pulled over. She said, "Okay, it's $20.82. I'm like, "Okay, fine." And then in the back of my mind, well, prices being what they are paying all of these kids $15 an hour, and they got a hell of a rent that they have to pay because, of course, rents in Epping have gone crazy because of the water and the sewer and this and that. That's going on. Epping is experiencing terrible growth problems, and unfortunately, they're playing catch up. But anyway, that has nothing to do with it. So, anyway, $20.82. And I took out my little Zaziza card, whatever else, and put it inside the machine and paid for the bill. Took my card out. Okay, fine. Would you like? Yeah, here's your receipt. Put it in the bag. And I take the bag and I get in the car and start driving home. And I'm thinking, wow, $20 for one of these things. That's craziness. They're not really that big. And here it is. This is about the size. This is probably about 8 inches, something like that, whatever. And it just was irking me all the way driving home. $20 for the price for one of these subs. And I got my car in the driveway. And I pulled out. I reached through the bag. And I looked at the slip. And I said, "They charged me for 2." Now again, let's step back a moment here. I made the phone call, and in the phone call, clearly, I don't know how many times I have to say it, but I guess 5 times isn't enough. I mean, maybe it's the fact that I used an odd number instead of an even. If I went to 6, maybe it would have drilled into them to write down, this is a 2 for 1 or BOGO or whatever it is. Special. Okay, fine. So I got in the house and very silently, because I was furious at this point, that now I have to, rather than spend the time sitting down having a warm meal with my wife. No, I have to turn around and chase all the way back down to Jersey Mike's and get my money back, because I'm not going to let this go. Yeah, it was $9 and change for 1 sub. $9.55, and here's the paper. You can have a look at it right here. For 1 sub. See? So I got charged for 2 subs, plus, of course, the tax. Goes into $20.82. Doesn't sound like much, but whatever. So I made a phone call, to a very heated phone call, to the store and spoke with the manager, who proceeded to ask me how many times I said, or did I say it just on the phone? Did I say it when I picked it up? Now, I didn't know I had no idea that when your company, multi-billion-dollar company, is running a buy one, get one at your location, and you know about it, and a customer calls up and says, I'm ordering 2 for 1, buy one, get one, whatever, and it's not marked down on the slab, and the customer mentions it 5 times or whatever else, 4 or 5 times to the person taking the order, and then when he walks in to claim the fucking package, he still has to say, I'm here to pick up, I got a 2 for 1 special, or buy one, get one special. And it still doesn't sink in to the people that are getting $15 an hour. I do not blame the youngster behind the counter. I'm having a difficult time finding blame with the corporation. Even though the management runs things on mushroom method, keep them in the dark, feed them a lot of shit, when they're right, pick them, attitude. What do I find blame with? The education system, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, the education system that gives everybody participation medals and says, oh no, there's no problem if you do something wrong. No, don't worry about it. There's no consequences for anything going wrong. And by the way, if you get a 15 out of 100 on your test, no problem. Whatever else, here's your graduation anyway. We are reaping the seeds of degradation of society that have been sown because parents all over have been complacent to have their children sent off to the schools and let the schools deal with it. Let the schools be a 5-hour or 6-hour or 8-hour a day babysitter and send the kids home or whatever else, not paying attention to the idiocy that is happening to their children. And now, when it comes time for them to get out into the real world, we're faced with stupidity, and we're supposed to accept this. Horse shit. And oh, pardon me. Did I say something that's offensive? Tough shit. This should not be happening. And you can sit there and say, oh, this man's blathering on about terrible stuff, about what do you call it? Okay, fine. Well, to their credit, the Jersey Mike's people saw fit. Thank you. Unhappy customer, give him a refund. We did something. Oh, yep, sure. Gave me, here's the thing, you take a look at it. Gave me a refund. Wonderful, yeah. They refunded the entire purchase price. Yeah. Just you'll have to wait three or so business days for your money to come back. Let me see if this sinks into you folks. I hope I'm reaching people that have an understanding of the means of frustration. I appreciate the fact they did to refund the money. Very nice. I didn't want to have a free meal, damn it. I just wanted to have a nice meal with my wife in my home, quiet, without being upset by a freaking $9.55 freaking grinder. No. And yes, I'm getting a refund. And maybe 3 business days. Is there anyone else out there? Anyone else out there that sees what's wrong with this picture? Ah, yes, we have a Catherine who 3 applause. Thank you very much. Catherine, I thank you very much for your comment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, all of this having been said, this thing is still a modicum of warmth in it. Again, this was ordered at 5:40 p.m. It is now coming up on the 7:30 p.m. hour. I think we're going to fill up Agnes here with some soda, get off this thing, and sit down and try to make whatever I can is left of our evening here at home. I'm Mr. B. I thank you very much for watching. I'm going to send a little message over here to my friend, Mr. Blazeman. Let him know. It's time for me to bug out. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this, share this, talk about it. What do you call it? I'm sure somewhere along the line, word of this is going to get out to the people at the Jersey Mike's in Epping, and I'm going to hear all kinds of repercussions about, oh, what a terrible asshole Mr. B is, and all the other things, and whatever else. So you know what? If you like this, share this, spread the word. You don't like the fact of it, do something about it proactively. Start getting your children better educated and start having your people realize that this is no freaking way to run a country. I'm Mr. B. I'm out, everybody. Have a good night.
It was a short one.